All right, hello, welcome to your CWID course for the semester. This section is You Are What You Eat, and we will be covering the Michael Pollan Omnivore's Dilemma book throughout the entire semester, and really exploring this idea around how our food has evolved and how it gets to our plate, and really how we as a society have removed ourselves from where our food comes from, how it gets to our plate, and really relied on a lot of the modern conveniences of food. And so one of the things that I really like to do right out of the gate, because this is a Connecting with Ideas course, and in week 1 you do complete your Blackboard Basics badge, is to really help students understand the learning management system that we use here on campus, which is Blackboard. So if you've never been exposed to it before, it can seem a little bit confusing. It can seem a little bit frustrating at times. And so I think it's really helpful to just take some time to help students understand Blackboard, and more specifically my Blackboard course. So as instructors, we do have a little bit of Blackboard freedom, if you will, in terms of how we set up our classes. And I really, as an instructor, I really feel like it's my duty to help try to make it as seamless and as easy to use as possible. So when I was a college student, I relied a lot on checklists. I relied a lot on week by week, what do I need to do and what is expected of me. And so that's the way that I've set up my course. So for some students, that may work really well. For other students, we're all different learners. For other students, they may be like, man, Andrea, the way that your brain works is super confusing. So I like to just get this out there, show you how my course is set up, and really just give you some basic Blackboard navigation information. So over here on the left-hand side, you'll notice that there is I call it a navigation toolbar. You'll notice that mine probably looks a little bit different than yours. I will make sure that I only highlight the specific things that you can see within your course. So the very first thing that you're going to notice over on the left-hand side is page. This is your landing page. So when you log into Blackboard and you click on my specific course, it's always going to bring you to the announcement page. And I encourage you to check this. So you'll notice that right out of the gate, I did post a welcome message once Blackboard opened, to just let you know that I'm here, I'm excited for class, and just to give you a few reminders as we go into the semester. So constantly be checking that announcement page. One of the things that I do try to do throughout the semester is if I do post an announcement, I'll usually request that it sends you an email as well, just so you know that there is an announcement out there for you to view. Sometimes those announcements are just reinforcing what we've learned in class. Other times that announcement might be something that is really, really important, like, hey, I have a sick kiddo, I won't be in class today, class is canceled. And it would be really helpful for you to know that before you show up for class and wonder, where is my instructor? And then some students in the class say, oh, didn't you see she posted a Blackboard announcement? So sometimes they are emergency type announcements. Most of the time it is just reinforcement, reiterating things that we've learned in class. Also on the left-hand side, you'll see that there is a faculty information link. This is where you can come in and email me. So if you have any questions, concerns, comments, there is the opportunity for you to just click email your instructor, and it will allow you to send an email to me with any questions that you might have. So I encourage you, if you can't make it to my office hours, if you've tried contacting me via phone, go ahead and shoot me an email. Usually that is the best way to reach me. I do move between different campuses. I'm in and out of a lot of meetings and things like that. So email is usually the fastest way to get in touch with me. The other thing that you'll notice under faculty information is just a quick little biography about me. So I think it's helpful to know that I'm a human being too, and maybe just help better understand some of the things that I really enjoy, and the things that, or just really who I am as a person. So I think it helps give you that personal connection to me as an instructor. The other thing that you're also going to notice over here on the left-hand side is this link to your course syllabus. So this is the contract between you and I. This is really the student learning outcomes that I'm required to perform throughout the entire semester. The thing that I think students find the most helpful is the course calendar. And so the course calendar is really your roadmap for the semester. So this really tells you week by week, these are the different assignments that you're going to be doing, the point values that are associated with those assignments, and the due date. So a lot of students really like to get that course calendar early. They like to plug these things into an online calendar, into an agenda, into something that will help them to ensure that they know what those necessary due dates are. So I would encourage you to take a look at that syllabus, to especially look at the course calendar so that you know these are the things that are coming up throughout the semester, and this is when they're due, because you are accountable for that. You'll also notice over on the left-hand side, there is a link that says Learning Modules. The way that my specific Blackboard course is built is it's set up within Learning Modules. So every week, a new learning module opens, and within that learning module is all of the information that you need for that week. So if we go ahead and click on week 1, what should we have for dinner? You'll notice that all of the information for that week is embedded within the learning module. So the very first thing that you're going to see is an announcement. And this really is just a reinforcement of whatever we're going through for the week materials. The next thing that you'll encounter is a weekly checklist. The weekly checklist is probably one of the things that students find the most helpful, because again, it's reiterating all of the things that need to be completed within that specific week. And so a lot of students will copy and paste this weekly checklist into a Word document and print it off, and they'll actually use it as a physical checklist, like, oh, I read the introduction to the book, I viewed the welcome announcement, I checked on the course syllabus, I looked at all of the information related to the navigating Blackboard, and then I realized that there are 2 things that I need to do before the due date. And so a lot of students find that checklist very helpful. Usually within every week, I also have a did you know component. The did you know component doesn't require you to do anything. So it really is a, now that you're a student, now that you're new to CWI, what are the different resources that are available to you on campus, and really connecting you with those resources. So you'll notice with the very first one is really just letting you know that you have access to Office 365 for free, and you can download Word, Excel, PowerPoint, OneNote, Publisher, that Microsoft Office suite, so that you do have those software programs to, again, help ensure that you're successful within your courses. So you're going to find that you're probably going to use Microsoft Word a lot, you're going to use Excel, you're going to use PowerPoint within this course, and so it's helpful to know that you have those resources available to you for free. And then once you get past those 3 things that are pretty much the same within every learning module, that's where you start to see the specific information that's embedded within the course. So the way that the course is structured is every week there's information related to the materials that you're reading within the book, and really the content component of the course, this whole idea of you are what you eat. And then every week there's also a Let's Connect component. And that really is what I call us ensuring that we're meeting those CWID outcomes. And so sometimes those Let's Connect assignments are tied to the material, and sometimes they're not tied to the material. So just know that you have the components that you're reading within the book and the theme of the course, and then you also have a Let's Connect assignment to ensure that we're meeting those CWID outcomes for the course. So the one thing that I do want to draw attention to is every week you'll be contributing to a discussion board. So there's 2 ways that you can get to the discussion board. You can get to it within the learning module. So here, like week 1 discussion board, you'll see that. Or you can navigate to it over here on the left-hand side. So it doesn't matter which way you go. You can access the discussion board. The discussion boards are you must create a thread first before you can access all of your peers' discussion board posts. And so it's helpful to know that going into your discussion board posts, you need to have an idea of what you're going to contribute to the discussion board. And the way that you do that is you're just going to click create thread. And when you create the thread, you can go ahead and say, like, you can title it the same if you want, like week 1 discussion board. You can title it what's for dinner. You can call it I'm really hungry now. You can label it whatever you want. I always encourage students when they're doing their discussion board to copy and paste these discussion board questions into a Word document. And the reason that I tell students to do that is you don't want to be typing away your response to your discussion board and then your internet goes out or your computer dies and you're like, oh my gosh, I just spent 30 minutes typing a response to that discussion board and it was in Blackboard and it just disappeared. You really want to make sure that, like I said, copy and paste it into a Word document, type your responses, and then I would save it as a Word document, and then I would come back in here and copy and paste your responses. So you'll go ahead and put your message in here, type your responses, and then you'll hit submit. And then that will give you access to that weekly discussion board, and then you can see what your peers are saying. The other thing that you'll notice over here on the left-hand side is a little link that I've called how to do stuff. So a lot of times I get questions like, how do I take a screenshot to upload a copy of that badge? How do I submit an assignment? So these are just little short tutorial videos on how to do those things that are hopefully helpful for you because you will be uploading a lot of screenshots. I will ask you to submit assignments throughout the semester. And so it will be helpful for you to know how to complete those tasks. So I encourage you to come back and check that how to do stuff because there probably is a video that can help walk you through that process. The final thing that I will draw your attention to is you should have a little link that says My Grades. And I encourage students to come back and check this weekly. So ensure that your assignments are showing. If you're wondering why you didn't get full credit on something, come back and take a look. 9 times out of 10, I put very specific feedback on why you didn't get full credit on something because the goal is that you do get full credit. We want you to pass the course. We want to ensure that you have the tools that you need in order to be successful for the class. So I do try to be very specific about the feedback that I get you and to ensure that you are on target so that you understand the expectations and you can do your best to earn the grade that you want. So that is my Blackboard course, announcements, faculty information, your course syllabus. Remember, everything is loaded into your learning modules, and those learning modules open up weekly with all of the information that you need in order to be successful. Use those weekly checklists, and then finally check your grades. Because if you don't know how you're doing in the class, that's a big bummer because throughout the semester, if you're not doing so well and then we're getting close to the end of the semester and you're starting to worry about your grade, it might be too late to start worrying about your grade. So keep checking your grades to ensure that you're getting the points that you believe you should be getting, and make sure that you check out that feedback so that you can ensure that you are maximizing your points within the course. So with that, I hope you all have a fantastic semester. I look forward to meeting you all, and I will see you all very soon.